At the bar with friends, she snapped at me, then whispered, "Calm down. I love you." Like nothing, the wine glass slipped from my fingers, not because I was clumsy, but because the sound of Sarah's laugh across the dinner table made my blood turn to ice. It was that practiced, tinkling laugh she reserved for strangers, specifically attractive strangers. The salmon on my plate had gone cold 20 minutes ago, but I kept cutting it into smaller pieces, pretending to eat while the conversation swirled around me like smoke. "Men are absolutely hopeless with directions," she was saying to Marcus, her college friend who'd somehow materialized at our anniversary dinner. "Take my husband here. He once spent 2 hours driving in circles because he refused to use GPS. Adorable, right?" The word hung in the air like a slap. Adorable, as if I were a confused puppy instead of the man who'd loved her for 8 years. I set down my fork and caught my reflection in the knife blade. When had I started looking so tired? "Could you not?" I said quietly, not even raising my voice. Sarah's laugh died mid-note. She blinked at me, her smile frozen, then tilted her head with that condescending expression I'd grown to hate. "Relax, honey. You know I love you." That's when something inside me snapped. Not violently, more like a rope quietly slipping from its mooring. I smiled back, wide and empty, and nodded. Of course. We finished dinner in a haze of forced pleasantries. I listened to her regale the table with stories I'd never heard, about places I'd never been, moments from which I'd been carefully erased. When she touched my hand to show everyone how devoted we were, I didn't pull away. I played my part. But inside, I was already somewhere else entirely. That night, I couldn't sleep. While Sarah showered, humming some tune I didn't recognize, I found myself going through her purse, something I'd never done before. Tucked behind her lipstick and keys was a receipt from Café Luna, a place we'd never been together. 2 lattes, 1 chocolate croissant. 2:47 p.m. last Wednesday. On the back, in unfamiliar handwriting, "Tuesday was perfect. Can't wait for next time." I stared at those words until they blurred. Wednesday afternoon. She'd told me she was stuck in a client meeting. I even offered to pick up groceries so she wouldn't have to stop on her way home. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Some instinct told me I needed to see the full picture before I made any moves. The next few days passed in a strange, suspended animation. I began to notice things I'd been blind to before. The way she angled her phone away from texting, her sudden interest in working late, the new perfume that appeared on our bathroom counter, something musky and expensive that she claimed was just a free sample. Then came the cologne. She walked through the door Thursday evening, and when she leaned in to kiss me, I caught it. A scent that definitely wasn't hers. Dark, woody, unmistakably masculine. "You smell different," I said, keeping my voice casual. She laughed, waving a hand dismissively. I know. I got stuck in the elevator with Tom from accounting. He practically bathes in that awful cologne. I had to hold my breath the whole time." "Right. I hate when that happens." She breezed past me toward the kitchen, already moving on to the next lie. The breaking point came on a Tuesday. I'd left work early with a migraine and decided to stop by Café Luna on my way home. Not to spy, I told myself, just to see what the place was like. Maybe grab a coffee and see if anything felt familiar. I ordered a latte and found a corner table with a view of the street. I'd been there maybe 10 minutes when I saw them. Sarah walked in first, her hair pulled back in that elegant twist she only wore for special occasions. She was laughing at something the man behind her had said, not the performance laugh from dinner, but the genuine one I hadn't heard in months. He was tall, probably mid-30s, with the kind of effortless style that screamed money. As they settled into a booth across the room, he reached over and brushed a strand of hair from her face with the casual intimacy of someone who'd done it 100 times. I don't remember breathing for the next 5 minutes. I just sat watching my wife be someone else's girlfriend, wondering how long this had been going on, how many lies I had swallowed in that question. When they got up to leave, arrived an hour later. She dropped her keys on the counter and sighed dramatically. "Traffic was absolutely insane," she said, kissing the top of my head. "I'm exhausted." I nodded and turned back to the dishes I've been washing. "You should get some rest." "You're sweet," she said and disappeared upstairs. Sweet. Adorable. All the words you use for someone you've already decided doesn't matter. I wish I could say I confronted her then, but I didn't. Instead, I did something worse. I started documenting everything. Every late night, every new story, every time she came home smelling like someone else. I told myself I needed proof, but the truth was simpler. I needed to understand how thoroughly I'd been erased from my own life. The phone call started a week later. Unknown numbers that went straight to voicemail. The first few were just hang-ups, but then came the one that changed everything. I was in the garage, trying to fix a wobbly shelf, when my phone buzzed. Another missed call from a number I didn't recognize. I almost deleted it, but something made me listen to the voicemail. At first, there was just background noise, music, muffled conversation. Then Sarah's voice, clearer than crystal. "You're impossible, you know that?" A man's voice, low and amused. "You love it." Her laugh again, that real one. "I have to go, can't be late again. He's starting to get suspicious." The call ended. I played it again and again, each time feeling something inside me crumble a little more. She knew I was suspicious. She'd said it out loud, casually, like I was just another obstacle to navigate. That night, I made a decision, not out of anger. That had burned out days ago. This was something colder, more deliberate. If Sarah wanted to live a double life, I could play along, but I wouldn't be the fool anymore. I started small. I canceled our weekend getaway without telling her, letting the hotel charge the penalty fee. I deleted her contact photo from my phone. I moved all our couples pictures to a box in the basement. Then I wrote her a text. "I feel like we've been distant lately. Want to do a proper date night this week?" Her response came immediately. "That sounds lovely. Let me check my schedule." She was free Thursday. I made reservations at Chez Laurent, the place where we had our first anniversary dinner. If she remembered, she didn't mention it. Thursday arrived. She wore a black dress I'd never seen before, paired with earrings that definitely weren't from her usual collection. She looked stunning, radiant in a way that had nothing to do with me. Over dinner, I asked casual questions. "How was work? Any exciting projects?" She answered smoothly, weaving a tapestry of half-truths and omissions with practiced elegance.